Hello my fellow working class heroes, good day. I am Carlo and welcome to Carlo Excels. These are the objectives of this episode. We're gonna talk about the description of basic logical operators, then we're gonna talk about using basic logical operators and the purpose of basic logical operators. In Microsoft Excel, what are logical operators? A logical operator in Excel is a comparison of two values using a statement. Excel then returns the result of the statement, whether the statement is true or false. Before I continue, please know that this lesson on the basic logical operators may not seem useful by itself. But later on, when we get to the Excel functions that has some sort of decision making in it, like for example, COUNTIF or the if functions, the basic logical operators become very important, and that is why you need to learn them here. Now let me first show you the basic logical statements or the logical operations and then their corresponding operator. So for the equal to statement, you will see on the screen, for the equal to statement, you have the operator, the equal sign. Then when you're talking about a not equal to statement, then you have the opposite greater than and less than signs. For greater than, that's the sign, greater than. Then for less than, you have, that's the sign. Then for greater than or equal to, that's what it looks like. And then for less than or equal to, that's what it looks like. So for those who have trouble remembering the greater than and less than signs and tend to interchange them, please note that the greater than sign points to the right because greater numbers on the number line, in a mathematical number line, greater numbers point to the right and lesser numbers go to the left. So you can use that to remember the greater than and less than signs. As what was stated a while ago, the logical operator is kind of like a statement, a question. It's kind of like asking Microsoft Excel, is this value equal to this value? Or is this value not equal to this value? Or is this value greater than or less than or greater than or equal to or less than or equal to this value? Of course, based on the values that you give Microsoft Excel will then return an answer. The answer will either be true or false. So on the screen right now, you have here two values. If you follow my mouse pointer, you will see their value 1 and value 2. So you have here for the first row, you have here a value 1 of 1 and a value 2 of 1. So the question now would be, is value 1 equal to value 2? Now to ask Microsoft Excel this, we have to use the logical operator, which is the equal sign. So this is how you do it. First, you put in the equal sign and then you put in value 1. You can do this either through a constant or you can do this through cell references, just like all other formulas, but we're going to use a cell reference in this case. So you're asking, is value 1, in other words, this cell over here, is value 1 equal to value 2? Now, to ask this question, again, you use the operator, which is the equal sign. So click here. Is value 1, which is the cell A2, equal to value 2? So that's how you state it. And then when you press enter, you will notice that Microsoft Excel now returns an answer of true. In that case, that is Microsoft's answer. Value 1, A2 is equal to B2 because this statement is true because, 1 is equal to 1. 1 is equal to 1. Then, of course, Microsoft Excel returns the answer of true. On the next row, you will see here a value 1. The first value is 2 and the second value is 3. So you try asking the question again, is value 1 this? Is it equal to this? Of course, we already know that it's not. So let's try if Microsoft Excel gives us that answer as well. So you do it like this, equals, and then this cell over here, value 1 equal to value 2. So that's how you use the basic logical operator of equals. So it's like asking Microsoft Excel, is A3 equal to B3? And if you press enter, Microsoft Excel gives you back an answer of false because in this case, of course, 2 is not equal to 3. So therefore, Microsoft Excel gives you an answer of false. So let's try this next one right here. So you have the first value, which is 1, and the second value still 1. But in this case, the question now is value 1 not equal to value 2? So if you remember, the operator for not equals is the greater than and the less sign pointing, opposite each other. So we can do it like this. Is value 1 not equal to value 2? You enter it to Microsoft Excel. Of course, we start with the equal sign. And then cell reference is value 1 not equal to value 2. So that's how you do a not equal to logical operator. Is value 1 not equal to value 2? When you press enter, the answer is false because the answer to this question is no. Is value 1 not equal to value 2? No, because they're equal. So therefore, Microsoft Excel gives you back an answer of false. So if you try that with this row, is value 1 not equal to value 2? So let's try this. Equal sign. Is value 1 not equal to value 2? And if you press enter, Microsoft Excel gives you back an answer of true because yes, 2 is not equal to 3. Value 1 over here and value 2 over here. So question is value 1 greater than value 2? So is this greater than this? So let's try that. Equals, is this greater than this? Right? So they're equal. Of course, when you press enter, we expect this answer to be false, and it is. Okay? So, is this greater than this? Equals to, and then again, when we're dealing with greater than symbols, you pick the arrow pointing to the right, right? To the right. So, A11 is equals A11 to B11, enter. Answer is still false because 2 is not greater than 3. But for the third one, is this greater than this? Press enter and you will see here the answer is true. Next, for less than. Now, next is this less than this? So let's try that. Equals A15 and then less than sign. Again, the less than sign points to the left. Alright? So, is A15 less than the one on B15? When you press enter, the answer is false because they're equal. Value 1 is not less than value 2 because they're equal. Next, is value 1, is the first value which is 2, less than value 3? When you press enter, the answer is true because yes, 2 is of course lesser than 3. And for this value over here, is A17 less than B17? When you press enter, the answer is false. Next logical operator, greater than or equal to. So question now is value 1 here less than or equal to value 2 over here? So to do the logical operator of less than or equal to, you have here of course the equal sign. A20, which is the first value, greater than or equal to the one in value 2. So this is how you ask Microsoft Excel, is this value greater than or equal to this value? When you press enter, you have the answer of true because, well, greater than or equal to, because 1 and 1 are equal to each other, this will turn up true. In this case, 2 and 3 is A21 greater than or equal to B21. When you press enter, of course, this answer will be false, and it is. For this third row, is the value on A22 greater than or equal to the value of B22? When you press enter, the answer is true because 5, yes, of course, is greater than 4. Next, less than or equal to. So you have here the same values. Now we ask the question, is the first value less than or equal to the second value? So we do it this way. Is the value of A25 less than or equal to the value on B25? Press enter. It's true because yes, they're equal to each other. So it it comes into the condition of less than or equal to. Is the value on A26 less than or equal to? Again, that's the operator, logical operator, and then the value on B26. Press enter. Again, 2 is less than 3, so the answer is still true. But on the third row, is A27 less than or equal to the one on B27? When you press enter, answer is false. Please note that the logical operators can work in a limited capacity on text data. So you see here, of course, you have here, instead of value data, you have here text data. So you have here the letters ABC on one column, and then on one cell rather, and the letters ABC on another cell. So you're asking here, is text 1 equal to text 2? The same thing applies. So press equal sign, right? is this cell equal to this cell? So you're asking, is the text on one cell the same as the text on the other cell? When you press enter, the answer is true. On the next row here, you will notice that the letters are the same. We have DEF, but the DEF in the first cell is capitalized and the DEF on the second cell is not are not capitalized, the letters. So is text 1 equal to text 2? So let's try this out. So is this equal to this? When you press enter, the answer is still true. Please note that the logical operators are case insensitive. In other words, they do not care about capitalization. It will turn up true if you ask Microsoft Excel if they have the same text in them. Now, if you're asking, what if I want an answer of true or false, but I want Microsoft Excel to consider the capitalization? There is a logical function for that. There are certain logical operators that go beyond just equals, greater than, less than, not equal to, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. There are logical operators for that are far more complex than that, and they're called logical functions. One such logical function, known as the exact function, can check whether both the text and the capitalization are the same. That is case sensitive. The exact function, and the other logical functions will be discussed in later episodes. So once again, please subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss those lessons when they come. Here's something interesting that many people do not know. The logical operators of greater than or less than do in fact work with text. So you have here the question, is text 1 greater than text 2? Kind of funny question to ask, right? Is this text greater than this text? So what does it mean exactly when you ask the question, is text 1 greater than text 2? How does Microsoft Excel interpret this? Like, if you ask, is ABC greater than DEF? Does it mean longer words, more characters, more spaces, complete sentences? Actually, no. When Microsoft Excel interprets the logical operator using text, in this case, is ABC greater than DEF? It's kind of like asking Microsoft Excel in an alphabetical order standpoint. It's kind of like asking, if you arrange ABC and DEF in an alphabetical list, is ABC further down the list or greater down the list compared to DEF? So let's try this out. So, press equal sign. So, is text 1 greater than text 2? Like that. When you press enter, the answer is false. In other words, what Microsoft Excel means in this case is, if you alphabetize ABC and DEF, DEF actually comes further down the list. So in other words, DEF is considered by Microsoft Excel to be greater than ABC because it is further down the list. So therefore, the answer is false because text 1 has a lesser order in an alphabetical ordered list compared to DEF. So on the next row here, you will see JKL and GHI. So JKL is the first text and GHI is the second text. So is text 1 greater than text 2? So in this case, GHI, if you alphabetize JKL and GHI in an alphabetical list, GHI comes first and then JKL comes second. So is text 1 greater than text 2? If you do it this way, so is value 1 greater than value 2? When you press enter, the answer is true because Microsoft Excel looks at JKL as having a greater value because again, in an alphabetized ordered list, it is further down the list. So why am I teaching this part? Actually, learning how Microsoft Excel treats text when it comes to basic logical operators, that's actually a key component to making auto-sorting lists later on using formulas. That is a future lesson in this channel. So once again, please subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss that lesson when it comes. So once again, this lesson on the basic logical operators by itself may not be applicable to your everyday use of Microsoft Excel. However, please know that I am discussing this particular lesson now because the basic logical operators is a very important part of later lessons. For example, the COUNTIF and the IF functions, two very powerful functions in Microsoft Excel that make a lot of use of the basic logical operators. So I discuss it here so that I don't have to discuss it later down the line. And yes, we are eventually coming to the COUNTIF and the IF functions. So once again, please subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss those lessons when they come. So that's it for this lesson on the basic logical operators of Microsoft Excel. Once again, I am Carlo and this is Carlo Excels. Thank you very much for watching.